All right, you guys, so welcome to yet another episode of Black Geek Energy, and I am one of your hosts. Oh, we do that in a second. So, okay, Demarcus, how was your big fat week so far? Like what have you been doing?
Uh, it's been another tough week.
A tough week.
Yeah, man, just like a lot of work to do. So I have been staying late at work. Like I only work 4 days, but I think I stayed late at work like three out of the 4 days. And like when I say late, well, not just like I get off at 5, but I left at 6. I left at like 9 o'clock one night. Another night I was working till like 10, and another night I was working till like 8. So.
I mean, like, why? This is all like,
This is like I got a big project, and they kind of like just stepped on the gas with it. Uh,
mm,
like at first it was like, oh, we just gonna take care of like one part at a time, and then one of my managers was like, well, actually, can we get like 3 parts of this done by like the end of next week? And I was like, I can try.
but you
And then
weren't there by yourself, right?
what do you mean?
Like,
Oh, no, no,
uh,
I was definitely the last one to leave all 3 days. One was,
mm,
but the 2 days I was in the office, I was definitely like the last person to leave by like at least an hour. But yeah. And then like our stakeholders like got involved, and they were like, "Oh, well, we want to like verify everything and like sign off before you guys like start development." So that added more shit to do. So it's just like bureaucracy and sort of like par for the course.
wow. And you don't get overtime, so or flex time, do you?
Salary man, or what flex time? Like when you work more one day, you work less another day. Um,
Hmm.
I've heard inklings of that, but it's not really. There's no policy around that. So.
You need to figure it out because you working like you got to support two families in the 1950s or something. So you need to figure it out. As for me, I've been doing the same thing I do every week. Oh, and I haven't heard nothing from them, by the way. So I guess my prediction came true.
I mean, well, it was a short week. Let's see if you hear something like early
It
this
was a
week.
long week. Oh yeah, the fires. No, the fire's not affecting you, right?
It was a short week, as in, yeah, MLK was Monday.
Didn't Trump not make that a federal holiday anymore?
I don't know, but even if he signed that order like on his first day as president, it was already MLK Day, so he can't take away the one for this year.
Well, he's doing a whole bunch of stuff. Um, but what was I about to say? So yeah, I haven't heard nothing back from them yet. But okay, DeMarcus, you gotta wear clean shirts. So the podcast, you have to wear a clean shirt on the podcast. Oh my God, what is this stain?
Let's make up. Had a, had a
Anyways,
lady
um,
friend,
you had a what?
had my lady friend over.
Okay. Anyways, DeMarcus, so I saw two movies this week.
What movies did you see?
I saw a movie you wanted to see, or one that you mentioned. I saw Nosferatu.
Hmm.
Um,
You used the movie pass to go see it?
no, I saw it at home,
Mm.
but I did use my movie pass this week. But Nosferatu was not good. Well, it wasn't not good, but I heard that there was this prosthetic dick part, and
Mm.
that part was not. It was like
It was gonna be a
prosthetic dick was
dick, and
on.
I gotta see that.
Yeah, I was like, I got to see it, but it was only on the screen for like 2.5 seconds. So yeah,
Was
I
that not
just
enough?
wasn't. No, no, it's not like equal between the sexes.
The amount of vaginas you see versus the amount of penises you see?
Exactly, exactly. I don't know why they do that.
Yeah, I don't know.
Um,
I feel like dicks just don't have good PR, man.
according to who?
According to most of the world, man.
Hmm. Hmm. The other movie I saw was called The Presence, and it was like just released. But you might have liked it. My theater was very empty. Um, but it was a ghost movie, a teeny bopper ghost movie. About it was from the point of view of the ghost.
Wow,
So
that sounds pretty interesting.
it
Was it
was
like
interesting. It was interesting. You said it
was
wasn't
it
scary?
like a horror movie?
It is advertised as a horror movie. Yes.
You were not afraid, is what I'm hearing.
No. Because it was very teeny bopper, it was like if I was 10, I would have been scared, I guess, but I wasn't scared. I
But
think it was
according to
like
you, Derek, you'll never get scared.
I never said that. There's gonna be a lot of good horror movies coming out like in the next couple of weeks. So I'll be probably going to the movie theaters very often.
Okay, that sounds
Very
like
often. But yes, um, this time. So like, okay, let me go back. Did anything else happen for you this week?
yeah. Had the holiday party, the company holiday party this yesterday. It was pretty dope. We was like gambling and stuff, but not with like real money. They just gave us like some chips. We were gambling for like raffling prizes or whatnot.
Did you
So
win
yeah,
a
that was
TV?
mm-mm. The prizes were they had Warriors tickets. They had um
Warriors, what's that?
basketball.
Oh, okay.
Mm,
Like,
They
LeBron James.
Steph Curry, but yeah, um, they had
I don't know the difference.
a drone, and then they were like some Bose headphones.
Oh, like these.
I don't know if they were exactly like that, but yeah, sure.
Okay.
Mm, yeah,
So what
yeah. It
did
was,
you win?
um, I think I might. There was like also $100 gift card for whoever like won the most chips at the end of the night. I think I might got that.
Okay.
Find out till
Nice.
like we get off tomorrow.
Nice, nice, nice. All right, DeMarcus, we have come to the part of the show, the great part of the show, where we do our put you on segments.
Hmm.
And this segment is sponsored by MoviePass. So, DeMarcus, can you please tell them a little bit about this MoviePass?
Let me think. What do I want to tell them about Movie Pass that
I
I
mean,
have
it
not?
needs to be the same thing that you tell them every week.
Yeah, I mean, I guess I could just tell them the same thing, which is like, Movie Pass makes the movie going like cheaper and more affordable for everybody. It's designed so that you can go see multiple movies a month for a flat fee as opposed to like paying, $20 a ticket. Um, yeah, you get your Movie Pass card in the mail once you sign up, or you can just use your digital card to buy movies online. Or you can like wait for a physical card and just use it like a regular credit card in theaters. You just got to unlock your MoviePass card on the app, swipe that joint, and you in there.
So, which one do you use?
I use the digital because they switched our accounts over. I have the physical card, but they shut my physical card off when they switched us over.
So, like, okay, because I've had this account for like forever, but I don't really go to the movies too often. So, like, it's kind of like it's not difficult to put in the card numbers every single time. So, do you put in the card numbers every single time, or do you like save it?
Um, I put in the card numbers. It depends on the theater. Like the theater right next to my house, I got my card saved because I go there all the time. So I don't want to be putting the card number all the time. But if it's a theater I don't go to that often, I'll put in the card number.
So the card doesn't change.
Same
Oh, I
number every
thought okay, I thought the card changed every single time.
same number every time. Same like you
Okay.
know
And like, how do you?
same expiration date, same verification code. So
Okay. All right.
all
So
that.
the card, I thought the card changed. I don't know why I was thinking that, but I thought the card changed. Okay, so this week, what I want to put you on to is called The Game I Came From. It is a Korean manga.
Mm,
It's very good. It's about this guy who is bullied and getting picked on at school. And
mm,
in his world, a select few of individuals who play this um, virtual reality game,
yeah,
they get if they reach a certain point in the game, they can actually take on aspects of their character and put that into the real world. So they may be able to use some of their power depending on their level that they acquire. So
yeah.
this person, he was bullied in the real world. He played this game for 3 years. Then one morning he wakes up and he goes back in time. So
Hmm,
he now knows everything that's going to happen in the game. He knows all the secrets. He's like completing all the dungeons. And he is able to have 100% um power for when he
mm,
goes into the real world. And there's only one person that has that in the world. So it tells
mm.
his story.
The
It
only-
tells,
He's the second person with it.
no, he's the first person with it.
Mm,
Mhm. So like it tells his story. It tells how he is basically like a cheat character. And now I'm at this part, which is 331 chapters.
right.
Now I'm at this part where the AI in the game has started to raise its eyebrow and now it's starting to like is
Mm,
starting to do things. So it's
mm.
really, 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 really interesting. And it's a good, weekend read if you're on the bus or something. It's a good little read for that. So the game I came from, it's really good.
Cool, cool. What have I been watching this week? Mm, I haven't really seen anything that's like, oh yeah, I need to check this. Like I really want to put folks onto that. Started reading Ultimate Black Panther, the comic book I've been collecting. That's pretty good. I'm about to start playing Yu-Gi-Oh again with one of my coworkers. Yu-Gi-Oh TCG,
On
the cards, like
Oh,
the
okay. I thought you meant like PlayStation.
no, trading card game, TCG.
Actual trading cards. So like because the trading cards update every while. So are you like up the breaths with the new rules or the new
Nah,
type of cards
I
or
figured out neither of us are. So we gonna that I think we taking a weekend to do that. So I'll probably do that sometime later this evening. Um, yeah, I gotta take my like I had ordered a new suit for my holiday party, but I gotta take that back because first off, it was late getting it together. Like I wasn't able to pick it up until like Saturday, like the day of the thing, and the pants weren't even done. So I had to like wait around for him to like finish him in the pants, and then when I got it home, I'm like putting it on, getting excited. Fucking back of the suit has like the chalk stains on it from when they were like altering it.
Mhm.
And then I'm like trying to rub it out, but it don't. So now I got to go back down there and like argue with the man. So
Oh.
yeah,
Well, go ahead and do that. But
that's,
Yu-Gi-Oh is fun, and we should play again sometime one day. Why didn't we play when you were back in Atlanta? You have your cards with you at all times, don't you?
I did have my cars in Atlanta.
Told
Why
you
didn't we
that.
play? Because, Jared, it's not so fun playing with you. Not so fun playing with you.
Not fun for you because you always lose. It's fun for me every single time. I don't know why. Why you don't have an enjoyable experience.
Hey, Jared, like if I was just losing because you were a better player, fine. But
Yeah.
you use like illegal cards and you
No, no, no. And I'm really tired of that narrative. I'm really tired of that narrative that I was just using illegal cards and that,
I'm actually hard. Like, it's really hard to hear the truth, especially when it doesn't paint you in a good light.
but that's not the truth. I didn't know that they were illegal until somebody said something.
You don't know you're speeding. Does it? I mean, do you still get the ticket
No,
when
because no,
they, yes,
and
you
there are
do.
no, no, hold on. There are signs every couple of things, so there's no excuse. For me, I didn't even know that there were illegal cars.
So
I
the
didn't even
information.
know that. Even
Jared,
you didn't know that they were illegal
hold up, Jared.
cards.
Hold up, Jared. We did know they were illegal cards because we
No, we
both.
didn't until we were at the turn, until we were at the comic book store. Until they
Jared,
told us they're illegal
no,
cards
no, no,
and
no.
you can't
Jared,
use that. That's when
we
we both
both,
found out together.
we both, we both found out about that particular card together. But
Okay, true.
knew, we both knew that there was a ban list, so there were signs along the way, and we
I
just
I did not know that. I didn't
so
know that. And then DeMarcus, if you knew that, then you would have said, Jared, this card is illegal since we played every time. You didn't even say anything.
wasn't going through checking all of your cards. That's
But
your
I
responsibility.
played it every single time. I
Your
played it
responsibility.
every single time. So if you were looking at this ban list, I didn't even know it existed. I did not know it existed.
We talked
And I'm
because
just tired of that narrative. I'm tired of that narrative.
before we entered the tournament, we both went through the ban list.
No, we didn't. No, we didn't. You
About the
did
ban,
go to the ban list, and I did go to the ban list.
I did the
And
ban list.
if okay, and if you knew that a car was
I went
banned,
to the ban list for my
you would have
deck.
said, Jared, don't
I
play
went
this
through the ban
card
list.
because it's
I went
banned.
through the ban list for my deck, not for your deck.
Okay, okay. I had it was what was the Dark Magician something something, and you would have and it was a main card, and you would have said, Jared, this card is
And then
banned.
Jared,
If
the
you
other part of
because
this
you
is,
would have flagged it.
hold on,
You would
Jared,
have
hold
knew
on.
it.
The other part of this is like that card wasn't even like a part of your
My
like deck.
fairy deck. Right, right.
You just
So then
pulled in a
so
card. Like, I hate that I keep losing to DeMarcus. I'm just gonna pull in the card to beat him.
okay. So that's another reason why if I didn't know it was banned, then you should have known it was banned. Because I didn't even know a ban list existed until that day. So I'm just tired of that narrative. I'm tired of that narrative.
So what you're saying is like I was cheating, but I didn't know I was cheating, so I shouldn't be. I
If
shouldn't be.
I was doing things that were against the rules,
I hit him
then if I
held
was doing
accountable
things that were
for
against the
breaking the
rules,
rules
the
because I
markets,
didn't know.
I expect you to be
Childish,
the
Jared.
checkpoint of that.
Childish.
Because if you knew about the ban list,
It's childish,
if you knew
Jared.
about the ban list, then you should have been the checkpoint for that. Like, what are you
It's
talking about?
you're putting off your responsibilities on other people.
I'm not putting out my responsibilities. No, I'm not.
That's,
No, Demarcus, as a friend, you should have said, Jared, that
that's
card is not allowed.
as a friend, you should be like, DeMarcus, we play fair games, and I need to get better at.
Demarcus, again, I did not know there was a ban list.
And Jared, I've already said that's not a good enough excuse. So you were
Okay, okay. Well, if that's not a good enough excuse for you, if that's not good enough for you, then I'm
not
glad
gonna
that
change
you
my mind.
knew about the ban list because I didn't.
It's not gonna change my mind, Jared.
Mm.
So you know,
All right. Well.
yes.
Anyways, child, let's go ahead and take a break. We're not gonna go down that Yu-Gi-Oh road again. We have already been down it a couple of times.
So I'll probably go down it again whenever I bring it back up.
Well,
Because you never gonna change your mind. I'm never gonna change mine.
no, because my mind is right. But we'll be right back with more Black Geek Energy. All right, and we are back to Black Geek Energy. I am Jared McCullough, the hostess with the mostest, and I'm joined today by
Marcus, the
and the
man with
D
the
stands for.
I don't have. I mean, I don't want to say disappointed again, even though it has been another like
You
disappointing week.
can. You gotta always use another one, another D.
Well, mm, that's it. That's gonna be what it is. We just did it. That's the introduction. I got a
No,
game, Jared.
no, no. Hold on. You didn't say what the D stands for.
I just said disappointed again.
No, it can't be the same
I had another
one.
disappointed. Jared, you don't get to tell me how to introduce
All
myself. I
right.
don't tell
Okay.
you.
Okay. 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 Well, the D stands for donkey. So go ahead.
You know, Jared, one of these days, I'm just gonna hang up this call and you gonna do this. Have to do this shit by yourself.
Okay. Well, I'll wait for that day.
Okay, cool, great. All right, Jared, we got a game, brother.
Okay.
And it's just like some simple trivia. And if this is
Okay.
your first time joining us, I'll tell you how this game goes. I come up with the questions, I judge the answers. Each question is worth 1 point. We got 10 questions today, so 7 points to win it, Jared. No bonus questions this time, so either you know it or you don't. And we're just talking about some Saturday morning cartoons
Cool.
and where they aired.
All right.
And so this is like the first U.S. premiere, the first network that the cartoon premiered on in the U.S. So TV Tokyo is not gonna count. Don't say it.
I mean, that wasn't a network, so I'm saying like Fox Kids,
hmm
WB, or okay,
ABC,
okay,
UPN, Cartoon
okay,
Network, Nickelodeon, Disney Channel.
okay,
You
cool.
know, you know what a
Okay.
network is. You're a smart guy. You
So I
ready?
wouldn't say TV Tokyo. I would say like the network because we
TV
didn't have
Tokyo is a
that
network.
network. Well, not in
Not
America.
in America. Not
Hmm.
in America. Right. Right. That's what I was just giving an example as what would be a wrong answer. But
Oh,
anyway,
okay.
number one, are you ready?
Yes.
All right. What network did Yu-Gi-Oh first air on in the US?
Fox Kids.
That is incorrect, Jared.
Oh no, no, it was the WB. Hold on, Fox. No, it
Late. Too
was it the
late.
W. No, it was a WB
Late.
because
Too
they would do
late.
the little hair on the WB logo.
Too
So it was
late.
WB.
Too late. You
Okay,
got it on.
okay, okay. It's too
It's
late, but
okay.
it
You
was a
warming up, man.
WB.
The first one to warm you up. Now you know what you're doing. Now you know what you're doing. All right. Number two. What? Oh shit! Through my pen. What network did Shaolin Showdown first air on in the U.S.?
I didn't watch this one.
But you know of it, do you not?
Yeah, I do know of it. He like turned
Okay.
into a dragon or something.
I don't think that was a part of the show. No.
Oh, was that Jackie Chan Adventures? That's what I'm thinking of, Jackie Chan
Mm,
Adventures.
mm,
And I know Jackie Chan Adventures was on the WB. So
mm-hmm.
I'm gonna just say Fox Kids for Shaolin Showdown because I know I didn't
That
watch
is
that one.
incorrect, Jared.
Yeah.
Damn. All right,
Hmm.
it's okay. It's okay. You still got one more. No, you still got plenty of questions. You got one more wrong answers. Number three,
Wait. Where did Shaolin Showdown air?
Kids WB.
Well, so then where did Jackie Chan Adventures air?
Well, that is my question for you. Number three is what network did Jackie Chan Adventures first air on?
Is that really the next one?
That is the next one.
Okay. Uh, I'm gonna say Kids WB. I mean,
That
no,
is
no, no, no,
correct.
no. Okay, cool.
That is correct. That is correct. See, but you gotta stop doubting yourself, man. You gotta stop doubting yourself.
All right. So all of these have been Kids WB so far.
So far,
Okay.
it might be one of those like tests where like the teacher makes every answer C, and then you just start doubting yourself because every answer is C.
Hmm.
Yeah, man. It could be like that. I'm not saying that's what's happening, but that's what it could be. But it also could not be that. And first three could just been to throw you off. Who knows? DeMarcus plays mind games with these games. Anyway, number four.
All right.
What network did the animated show Sonic X first appear on?
I don't think I watched this on the network that it first appeared on. I
Mm.
watched the syndicated on like Cartoon Network or something.
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
Um,
Mm-hmm.
I'm really all right. Fox Kids.
That is correct, Jared.
Okay,
Look at you,
cool.
you lucky guesser, you.
I was about to say ABC.
Mm, 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 mm. Okay, great. The next one is a little tough. It's a little tough. What network did Dragon Ball Z first air on?
So first air on in the US,
In the US, in the us, in the USA.
Dragon Ball Z.
Mm-hmm.
Because Dragon Ball first appeared on UPN.
Mm-hmm.
So Dragon Ball Z,
Mm-hmm.
I'm gonna say Toonami.
Mm. All right. Let me check my notes here. Jared, there were two answers for this one. And Toonami Cartoon Network is not either of those answers. The answers were WB and UPN.
For Dragon Ball Z, it was on WB.
Mm-hmm.
That's not right.
It was WB and UPN. And it
That's
wasn't on
not
Cartoon Network. It wasn't on Cartoon Network until 1998.
Dragon Ball Z. When did Dragon Ball Z premiere?
feel like it was like 89,
1998.
I want to say.
80. That's not Dragon Ball Z. That's Dragon Ball. I say Dragon Ball Z like 75 times.
You did.
So Dragon Ball Z would be on Toonami.
I just looked this up, Jared. Mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Mm-mm-mm. Okay, 89 is not right. 89 is the Japan air date. My bad on that one. Da, da, da,
And
da, da.
I said in America.
Hold on. I did say in America.
Hmm.
Mm-mm-mm-mm. I'm pretty sure I have these networks correct though. Mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm-mm. Fuji TV in Japan. Oh, here we go. Mm-mm-mm-mm. It's a lot of extra information. Hold on, hold on.
So,
British. Wait, hold on.
all right, Dragon Ball Z premiered in 1996.
Mm-hmm.
Dragon Ball Z premiered in 1996 on Cartoon Network. Like I said, Toonami.
Jared, I don't know.
When type in when did Dragon Ball Z premiere in the
I'm typing
US?
that in. I am the executor of
Hold
this
on.
game.
Don't be yelling at me when
Then
I'm
you don't
right.
raise your voice at me.
And then on the Wikipedia page, premiere, English Network, US, Cartoon
Okay.
Network. It says it right here. You don't even have to scroll down.
I did I see it now. All right, all right. I
So
messed
I'm
that one up.
right.
I messed that one up. You got that one right. My bad.
So now check all the other answers. When did Shaolin Showdown appear?
Nah, Jared. Nah.
Let me check this
We moving on.
answer.
Number six. What
Hold
network?
on. Shaolin
Jesus.
Showdown. What network? Okay, it said Kids WB.
Okay then. Shut the hell up. I got one wrong, my nigga.
See, you be these chat GPT answers now.
It wasn't ChatGPT.
What was it? Is this from a website?
It was Google.
Oh my God. Okay.
Yeah, I clicked
Let's,
the first link.
yeah, with no research at it.
Isn't that what you just fucking did? Anyway.
Yeah, but I did
And
some
then you
research.
and then you said that
I have
Wikipedia,
reader comprehension.
and then Wikipedia is not a trustworthy resource anyway.
Do we need to look at the sources that Wikipedia provides? I don't think that they would lie about the first network that Dragon Ball Z came on. It
Mm,
is a trusted source.
I don't think so. That's not what I was taught in school. Anyway, number six. What network did Pokemon first air on in the United States?
Kids WB.
That is correct, Jared.
All of these are just Kids WB.
If that's what you want to believe,
Okay.
I think you could just keep guessing Kids WB if you like. You will you will get a number of points. I
Okay.
cannot tell you how many that would be.
All right.
What network did Hercules, the animated series, first air on?
Oh,
Yeah,
this
so
is
you
a
will.
Saturday morning cartoon. All of these are Saturday morning cartoons, correct?
I never said that.
Oh, okay. So I'm gonna go with the Disney Channel.
Mm, that's a good guess. It is actually ABC.
ABC. Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
Yeah. Okay. Are these cartoon premieres? Because Dragon Ball Z was a cartoon premiere. Okay, I got it. Okay. All
Yeah.
right.
You don't think Dragon Ball Z was a Saturday morning cartoon for a while? I think, and then when it was like for a short stint.
All right, so next.
All right, number 8.
Hmm.
What network did Codename Kids Next Door first air on?
I didn't watch this, but I think it was Cartoon Network.
That is correct. It was Cartoon Network.
Hmm. Hmm.
And Jared, I think you might. You need one more for the win. You got 2 questions left.
Okay.
You ready?
All right. Well, I
Gather
was gonna
yourself.
win regardless of what
You
the
gather your
results
knowledge.
said. Yeah,
You got
Demarcus,
okay.
don't do
Ready?
that.
All right, bet. All right, number 9.
Hmm.
What network did Big Bad Beetleborgs first air on?
Big Bad Beetleborgs.
Big Bad Beetleborgs.
How did the theme song
Big
go?
Bad Beetleborgs. I don't remember the theme song, but it was very similar to Power. It was like similar to Power Rangers, except that it was more like sitcom than Power Rangers was, than like Villain of the Week.
Well, if that's the hint, I'm gonna say Fox Kids.
It was correct. That is
Yeah,
correct. Kids.
yeah.
And the final question, number 10.
That was a good hint, though. Did you know that you gave me a hint?
Um, hmm, just because it was similar doesn't mean that was a hint. It could have definitely been on a different network. I think that could have definitely been like a UPN or something because they
Yeah.
definitely like snuck. They definitely like snuck in they little animated shows here and there.
Did
Uh,
UPN have Saturday morning cartoons? I don't remember.
did it have Saturday morning cartoons? I feel like it did, but it not as many. And like I feel like UPN had Saturday morning cartoons from like 10 to 11, and that was it.
Hmm. I don't even remember UPN doing anything on Saturday morning
Mm,
cartoons. But I remember they had their cartoon block.
yeah. And when else would it have been? So it could have been. I guess it could have been like a early afternoon thing or late
So
afternoon thing.
no, they would do their after school shows. Like that's the show
Mm-hmm.
that
Mm-hmm.
what was it? Um that was the time frame that like Sabrina, the animated series came on and
Mm.
Bonsai, that orange cat thing. But
I don't remember that one.
all right.
All right, but number 10. What network did Power Rangers first air on in the
Oh,
United
that's
States?
easy. That was Fox.
That's, that is correct. Jared,
Yeah.
8 out of 10. You are today's winner.
Yes.
Good job, Jared. How did you know these networks like that? You used to watch a lot of Saturday morning shit?
Um, yeah.
Hmm.
Uh I watch Saturday morning, Monday morning at 7 o'clock,
Monday
Monday
morning.
afternoon, well, weekday morning, 7 o'clock, weekday afternoon starting at 4,
Mm. I
Snick.
could not watch TV before school growing up.
Well,
Hmm.
tough life for you, because I know I
Fun fact.
could.
Fun fact.
Um, Now that is going to bug me. What was that orange cat cartoon? Orange, how you spell orange? Orange cat
Hmm.
cartoon.
Garfield?
No, he had a long tail. What was it? Oh, Marsupilami. Marsupilami.
Hmm.
Yes, it was
And he was a
Marsupilami.
cat? Or
Mhm.
was he a marsupial?
Shut up, Demarcus. He was some type of mammal, you dumb monkey. God, I can't stand you. But on today's episode, I just want to have a quick discussion about like the downfall of like PBS,
Hmm.
those Saturday morning cartoons and like what actually happened. So like first I want to start off with what were some of your favorite Saturday morning cartoons? Or even like well what were some of your favorite cartoons period
Hmm.
from 1990 to 1999?
Mm. 90 to 99 makes it hard. Mm.
Wow, that's when you were born, right?
Hmm. Um, but I watch stuff like Big Bad Beetleborgs. I watch Silverhawks, Thundercats, um, Pokemon, uh, Dragon Ball. It wasn't a Saturday morning, but um, I don't think Yu-Gi-Oh was in the 90s. I think Yu-Gi-Oh was like
Yu-Gi-Oh was in the
2000.
90s.
It was?
Yeah.
I thought it started, well, maybe it started on like Cartoon Network in the 2000s. Mm.
Fox Kids. Yeah, it was in the 90s.
But yeah, I don't know. I like did I say Silverhawks already?
Hmm.
Mm-hmm. That was a real good one.
Well, I know as I said, TV raised me. My mom was
Mm-hmm.
a single parent teacher.
Mm-hmm.
So when she was at home, she was resting child.
Mm-hmm.
And I had just my library and I had my television. So I watched a lot of TV. I know some of my favorite shows was in that time period were like Power Rangers. I love Power Rangers. And of
Mm-hmm.
course, Sailor Moon, and of course, X-Men, the animated series. Those are my
Mm-hmm.
top three. Um, but yeah, I loved cartoons. I loved them all, like Dexter, Powerpuff Girl, Ren and Stimpy.
Mm-hmm.
Ren and Stimpy was probably my only one on Nickelodeon that aired after their morning programming with Face. I forgot what that was called. But
Ren
I
and
know I
Stimpy.
liked
Ren and Stimpy was a late night cartoon, wasn't it?
Ren and Stimpy came on at 1 o'clock p.m.
Mm.
It should have
'Cause
been a late night cartoon.
I think 'cause
After Are You Afraid of Dark?
I mostly remember Ren and Stimpy being like a late night cartoon because they was doing like some crazy shit on there.
I mean, they did a whole bunch of crazy stuff. And it may have also aired at 1 o'clock, but it
Hmm.
like the new episodes came on at okay, it may have also aired at
Hmm.
night, but the new episodes came on at 1 p.m. I remember that. 1
Mm.
p.m. Saturdays. Because I would do my WB block. I would rewind the tape and watch Fox Kids. And then I
Rewind
would,
the tape. Like you would record all this?
yeah. I told you, I stayed in front of the TV. So what I would do is we had like two VCRs. My bedroom VCR,
Mm.
I would record all the kids WB from 8 to 12 because I
Hmm.
may go to sleep and I may miss Yu-Gi-Oh! And then on downstairs TV, I record Fox Kids from 8 to 12 because
Hmm.
I couldn't watch that if I couldn't watch Fox Kids and W at the same time. So I would then I would watch like two episodes of Fox Kids. Then I would watch Ren and Stimpy because they would do two back to back.
Okay. Okay.
So yeah, then I'll keep watching Fox Kids. But yeah, that was my Saturday schedule was jam packed in the house,
Hmm.
going from upstairs to downstairs like I was crazy.
That's crazy. I would watch the Saturday morning stuff, and then like after Saturday morning cartoons went off, like we'll probably like have some lunch or something, and then we was outside. Like, yeah,
No, I did not go
we was
outside
outside
with the
all day
bugs.
playing, riding bikes. Because
Mm-mm.
growing up, I spent a lot of Saturdays like at my at my granny's house with my cousins because that's where all the kids were.
Mm.
Hmm.
Okay, but then it's like what happened to these all? Because now it's different. But let's
Hmm.
just go back. So in 1990, there was a Children's Television Act, and this act mandated that broadcasters air a certain amount of educational programming for children. Like I know that,
Okay.
CBS played Steve Irwin. That's how we were introduced to Steve Irwin because he had his
Yeah.
show on CBS, and there was a whole
Hmm.
bunch of shows that I didn't even watch. And then, ABC had their block with Recess and Doug,
Hmm. Hmm.
and UPN had their block. I don't know what they aired, but they also had a afternoon thing. I know I mentioned this from, you know, 3 o'clock to 5 o'clock, where Batman the Animated Series came on and Superman, which were the first iterations of the Justice League cartoon. So I
Hmm.
know that
Hmm.
that came on. Oh, and my favorite Saturday morning not Saturday morning, but weekday afternoon cartoon came on as well. Gargoyles, which is about to come back.
Ooh, with Keith
Yes,
David. Yeah.
yes, Gargoyles.
Hmm.
So yes, so they will get money to air these blocks of programming.
Right.
That's why they all did it. And so they got that money, they got their advertisers' money, and then a
Hmm.
lot of these shows were made by them. Like Fox had a big stake in the X-Men cartoon. That's why they treated them so
Hmm.
poorly. So, like
Wait,
the
that's why they
two,
treated him so poorly.
yeah.
What do you mean?
So the first season, they had American voice actors.
Hmm.
Um, and it was a whole bunch of stuff. Like they treated Wires 42, but they had American voice actors. But with the American voice actors, every time the show airs in syndication, you have to pay them. So
Mm.
every time they paid. So second season they did Canadian voice actors, and they
Mm. I
aired them
just
in
listened to a podcast
Canada,
episode where I'm sorry, I'm gonna
Canada.
cut you off. But I just listened to a podcast episode where like the lady who voiced Rogue, she's Canadian.
Hmm.
And
They
she
all
has like
are.
and that's crazy.
They all
But go
are.
ahead.
Either they're Canadian or they record it in Canada, but
Hmm.
you don't have to pay them every time it airs a syndication in Canada. So
Wow.
yeah,
That's nuts.
yeah, yeah,
Yeah, money grubbing.
yeah. But then that's how we got Allison, um, who is the voice of Storm now. So
Hmm.
it was kind of bad. Well, it was very bad, but that one thing was really good. So yes, that was that. And of course, Gargoyles, as I said, was my favorite weekday afternoon. But all of the
Hmm.
shows, all the networks had these children's programming blocks. And even ABC had one late at night, TGIF, if you remember TGIF,
I don't
where
remember TGIF. Is that like the is that was that the their I guess kids block TGIF?
not really a kids block because they didn't air cartoons, but they had Step by Step, Sabrina, Family
Hmm.
Matters,
Okay, 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 okay.
and one more show.
Like their
Yeah,
teenage
like their
block.
teen block.
Yeah.
And
All
then of
right.
course, Nickelodeon had Snick, which would be All That, which have been in the news lately, how they were
Mm.
treated by Dan Hartman. Um,
Mm.
and Are You Afraid of the Dark?
I remember Are You Afraid of the Dark? It
Hmm?
was I feel like that was never really like that scary. Are You Afraid of the Dark?
One episode has scared me to this day.
Mm-hmm.
It was
Which
when
one was
Tia
that?
and Tamara were on.
Oh, I don't remember them being on there.
Well, and they were on this episode where and I can't even look at mirrors today for a long time. But they're
Mm-hmm.
on this episode where if you looked into the mirror for a long time,
Mm-hmm.
the person in the mirror would come out and replace you or something.
Oh, and they were
Yeah.
twins, so they of course
Yeah.
they did mirror episode with
Yeah.
each other. Yeah.
So that was why that was that. Oh no, no, no. That was why that scared me the most. But my biggest worry for having this episode was I noticed that we were fed. Like even though the early 2000s as well, and we had a
Mm-hmm.
whole bunch of Saturday morning cartoons. And
Mm-hmm.
it was just available. Like Arthur was just available. Um the Dragons, well, Dragon Tales, Wishbone was just
Dragon Tales,
available to
Dragon
us
Tales.
for free. Like you didn't even need a
Mm-hmm. Mm-hmm.
cable subscription
At all,
at
yeah.
all. Like you could watch Sailor Moon, X-Men, all this stuff with
Mm-hmm.
just your
Mm-hmm.
your $100 television set.
Right.
So, but now,
Are like local channels still a thing? Like,
I
because
mean,
I gotta admit, I don't watch TV anymore, Jared.
yeah, they are still a thing and they're accessible on Tubi, but these programming blocks are not available. So like a lot of kids today are going to
Mm.
like YouTube and TikTok. And now I just read how Nickelodeon is doing a show for if you're a YouTube subscriber.
Hmm.
They're doing a show that's premiering on YouTube
What do you mean?
For YouTube subscribers. If you
Hmm.
pay however much YouTube costs, then you'll be able to watch this Nickelodeon show.
Okay.
No, not okay, because
Wait.
we all got
Why is
this
it
stuff
not
for
okay?
free. Like this stuff was falling in our cereal boxes for us. And then they have like X-Men. How much I mean, we had to pay nothing for X-Men.
You're right. You're right. I mean, but they're not airing on TV anymore. So if there is still some way to get access to these things, even if because what's how much does YouTube TV cost?
YouTube TV is like $84 a month.
Shut the fuck up.
And they just raised Netflix just raised their prices. And I think that YouTube just raised their prices um like in November or December.
Hmm.
Because I
Netflix
have that
is
one.
about to do another price hike.
Who?
Netflix is about to do another price hike.
Yeah, Netflix is about to do another price hike. Because I pay for well, now I'm just doing the trial for 4 months because I have an Android phone. I can do that. But I pay for
The Netflix trial.
yeah, the
Is that what you mean?
YouTube trial where you don't
Oh,
have
okay.
to watch commercials.
Mm.
But I used to pay for it. But now, since I stopped paying for it, it's going up $2. So instead of
Mm.
$10, it's like $13 or $14
Jesus.
with tax and everything.
Hmm.
So yeah, what I'm saying is for all the kids that don't have the resources to buy a Disney Plus account and a YouTube account and have cable and a Netflix account and
Hmm.
Paramount Plus and blah 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 blah. We didn't have to do all that. And now, to watch these amazing shows, they have to have those like even Sesame Street. You know where new episodes of Sesame Street have aired for the past 3 years?
Where?
Or or for a while it's aired on HBO Max.
Shut the fuck up.
Brand new episodes. Brand new episode.
That's and that's crazy. And I mean, and like what I've been seeing on my timeline lately is like all of these things about like how these different well, it's just like a bunch of people explaining how like everything in America is about money. Um and like there's even one about like how cops aren't really here to protect people, they're here to protect property and they get money for protecting the more property they protect, whatever, whatever. And so it seems like after the 90s, that's the direction like everything went. Like in the 90s, it was like, yo, we want to, it felt like the last days of like we want to like take care of our people and educate our children. And now it's all about like people are like, hey, yo, no, there's money in that. Like, oh, if we can get if folks are watching this for free, they'll pay for it.
But that's not good because less people are watching it.
Oh, absolutely.
And those
Because we
shows
can't afford it.
and like those, because I know in the GI Joe days, like
Mm-hmm.
every episode ended with a little message about how you could be a better person. Like this was in the 80s, right?
Yeah,
Yeah,
I do remember that.
yeah.
I used to love shows that had like a little message in there about,
I hated
and
that.
remember kids like
Yeah,
Captain Planet.
exactly.
I didn't say Captain Planet earlier, but I love Captain Planet.
Captain Planet, that's another show that we were
It's like,
fed
look, when you
with.
get your newspaper, put them in the recycle.
Yeah, like put it in the recycle bin. And kids do not like all they have is TikTok now. TikTok and
Hmm.
YouTube. So they aren't even learning
Damn.
those values that are setting them up for greatness.
And I remember watching Captain Planet, and they'll be like, "Oh, recycle your aluminum, recycle your plastic bottles."
Hmm.
And I was like, "Hey, y'all!" And I asked my family, I was like, "Do we recycle?" And they was like, "No."
Yeah.
But then
But then
my
that's
grand
a conversation that you have. Like, well, can
hmm
we start recycling? Like,
but my
yeah.
granny did recycle. Like we didn't recycle at my mama's house, but my
Hmm.
granny, Like she had like a bin for paper. She had like a big ass trash can just for aluminum cans.
Yeah,
Yeah.
yeah. But but yeah, it was like what happened to this programming? So cable TV came and went because last year or 2 years ago, both Cartoon Network studios closed, and
Wait, Cartoon Network Studios?
yes,
I mean, I've been seeing this a lot. And okay, so Cartoon Network is not a network anymore?
Cartoon Network is a network,
Mm.
but the same studios where they had the animators that did shows like Powerpuff Girls, Dexter Laboratory, Cow and Chicken, all
Mm.
those great
Mm-hmm.
original Cartoon Network shows, they aren't
Mm-hmm.
being animated by anybody at Turner anymore. So,
Mm-hmm.
yeah, and Turner was the umbrella corporation for Cartoon, TBS,
Right.
TNT, blah blah blah. So Cartoon Network Studio closed. Um, Nickelodeon is now doing shows for YouTube. And then what else is there?
Nickelodeon does shows for YouTube. And what was the first one you said?
Cartoon Network Studios closed.
Yeah. Damn. So
And
there's nothing
and
else.
and,
I mean,
and as a also the HBO Max shows closed. This is why a lot of shows do not even air anymore. Like
mhm.
Batman doesn't air anymore on HBO Max. Superman, the Justice League, Teen Titans doesn't air anymore on HBO Max. So it's like, where's the children's programming?
Mm. Mm-mm-mm.
But
I mean,
yeah,
you can watch like for. I feel like there's a lot of stuff out there for like babies. Like there's like Bluey and
Bluey airs on Disney Plus.
I thought it was on YouTube.
No,
Mm.
Bluey airs on Disney Plus.
What's that other one? I think it's like a little black girl. Uh
The hip hop black girl.
I think so. I thought it was like Carlita's Way or something like that.
I think that the hip is she like moves like this kind of.
Mm-hmm.
I think
Mm-hmm.
that I think that airs on YouTube,
Okay. Okay.
and that's
Damn.
good. But like, I wonder what kids are doing in classrooms nowadays. I know that when I was in class, we would have blocks where we would just watch Reading Rainbow. And then,
Yeah, that was a really good show. LeVar
yeah,
Burton? LeVar
Lamar
Burton.
Burton. And then as we grew up, we had blocks where we watch other
Bill Nye,
programming that we could
Science
watch.
Guy.
Bill
Bill.
Nye, yes. And
Mm-hmm.
now, ever since Arthur left, I think that Arthur's last episode was the end of PBS. Because what
Ah.
else? What other shows do they have?
I mean, PBS got like a lot of nature shit. I don't know what they're airing now, but when I used to watch it, like when they weren't doing their like kids block, it was like a lot of like nature and history shows, which could be cool and interesting.
Well, they've always aired nature and history shows, and those were very interesting. Like those nature shows, I love a good nature show. I
Mm-hmm.
watch Wild Discovery every Saturday, every weekday at 7 p.m. Wild
Wow.
Discovery
Okay.
on the Discovery Channel. And then I love when, the nature shows were on PBS too. But now if you want to see a nature show, you gotta watch, the nature shows are on
On Disney
Netflix
Plus.
now. Yeah, Disney Plus.
You gotta watch Will Smith or what's the other guy? They got shit, what's the guy who plays Aquaman? They got him doing like a nature show
Oh,
too.
I didn't know that.
Hmm
But yeah, or that English guy that does all those nature shows are on Netflix. So
mm
you can't do that
And they got
on
Morgan. They had
PBS
Morgan Freeman
anymore.
narrating like a penguin show at one point too.
Yeah, yeah. Okay, so I'm trying to find out what comes on PBS now.
Hmm hmm
Um, yeah, it looks like it's just okay. So today is Sunday, so there should have been Sunday morning cartoons, and there were none. So let's see Saturday if they. aired anything on the Saturday block. Um, just A Fork in the Road, Axis Old House, and Weekends with Yankees. So let's see what they air Monday morning. That was another good block at like 8 o'clock. Okay, all right, all right. We got some good children's programming. We have Arthur, old episodes of
Okay.
Arthur.
All
We
right.
have Odd Squad, Lila in the Loop.
Odd Squad. What's
I
that?
I have no idea what these are, and they don't
Oh,
have
okay.
links on it. So I'm on the PBS website, and that's funded by viewers like you and me, and they
Mm.
they gotta stretch their dollars, honey. But Daniel's Tire Neighborhoods, um, and then it ends at 10:30 with. Oh no, it doesn't. Okay, so they still have some children's programs, so I'm glad at that. But I never see nobody talking about Odd Squad or Wild Kratts or
Yeah, I've never heard of Odd
Peekalicious.
Squad. What is that?
I have no idea. Like I just said,
I mean, you're
you
looking
click on
at it. I thought you
it
could like read
says
the
you're
synopsis.
it says you click on it, it says description of the show. So I have to like do a whole nother search for what. Okay, what you want to know about Odd Squad? Let's see what Odd Squad is about, child. I gotta open up a whole new tab. Odd Squad. Okay, it's about children's live action edit. Children's
It's
live
live
action.
action?
Yeah, yeah. There are people here. Educational television series. The series involves child characters using mathematical concepts to
Mm.
advance each episode's plot.
That sounds interesting. I feel like I would have
But
watched that as
but
like a
we'll
kid.
watch Ghost Rider
Yeah. And then Cyber
and
Chase
Rich
was good.
Cyber Chasers. Yeah, we have fun
Under the side,
shows.
we'll meet you face to
The black
face.
girl in Ghost Rider went to Hampton,
Mm. I didn't know that.
Latika. Mhm.
Hmm.
She was my friend. She is a original Hurrah cheerleader.
Huh.
Mhm.
Does she come back from homecoming?
Nah, she's married now.
Mm.
Yeah.
Lots of married people come back from homecoming
Well,
and then drag their spouses along.
she does it, but we like each other's stuff on what you call it, Instagram. So,
Hmm. Okay.
but yeah, so
Mm. Excuse me. Go ahead.
with the Children's Television Act of 1990, it mandated educational programs. So these stations had to have educational programming for
Right.
kids. It limited commercial time. So you couldn't have a whole bunch of commercials in between these episodes, or yeah.
Hmm.
So it had more time for the kids to learn. Um, and a lot of kids, well, a lot of networks were um dedicating their time to children because of this type of program they had to do.
Hmm.
Um, Hold on. So even though the act continues to influence the type of program broadcast um, to children on television,
Hmm.
its impact has been lessened with the rise of streaming services and other forms of children entertainment.
Hmm.
Um,
Hmm.
and also with George Bush's No Child Left Behind, it reduced the
Funding.
funding for children, and it
Hmm.
has continuously gone down.
That's crazy because that whole policy was to like educate children more
Hmm.
and make sure that and stop children from like failing out of high school or
True,
whatever.
true.
But it just it's so backwards. Like so many of these policies are like, oh, like this law or this thing is to you know make it easier for this thing to happen. But it's like, oh, we're gonna take all the money away though.
Yeah, yeah. Like, do
Which is
you feel like you were educated with the shows you watched as a
I definitely
child?
feel like I was educated. I feel like I learned a lot from like watching TV growing up, and I think I actually credit that to be like a big part of the reason I was like quote unquote smart growing up because I watched TV.
Yeah. Me
Like I
too.
watched Dexter's Laboratory and they would break down what an atom was, and I was like, oh, okay, cool. So then we talked about it in
Mhm.
school, and it's like, oh, I already know proton, neutron, electron.
Yeah. And even with Saved by the Bell, they
Hmm.
always had a topic that kids could understand and have fun with.
Right.
Even though Zach Morris is kidnapping children now on CBS,
Wait,
uh,
who?
Zach Morris. Remember, I did this, and their second or third season's airing now, but I did this put you on to Found, which is led by this amazing black woman, and
Mm,
Zach Morris is the main antagonist, and he is a
mm,
kidnapper and stalker
mm.
of
Okay.
children. So, yeah.
Okay.
Hmm.
All right. All right.
All right. Well, I just want to have a quick discussion on summer days that we're missing, and we're gonna have this great um uh
Well, go ahead.
children's director to come on
Hmm.
in a couple of weeks. So I really want to get her opinion on some of this stuff, on how some of um the access to some of this great quality television has been taken away from these kids. And the place where they're going to also has blah, blah, blah on it. Like it's only a click away to find something else that's not educational and it's skibbity toilet. So, yeah, I'm gonna have to ask her a lot of these questions that I have, but I just wanted to have this discussion with you, DeMarcus.
Well, I do want to shed a ray of hope if I could.
Hmm.
Um, there are a lot of apps or services out there like Hoopla, Canopy, and Overdrive that allow you to access and stream TV, books, music, and all that kind of stuff for free with your library card. Yeah.
There
So
is.
yeah, and so I one of my coworkers told me about it last week at work because we have a book club that I've been trying to join. I'm like, oh well, man, where y'all be getting these books from? Do y'all just be like, you buying every book we do for book club? And he's like, no, just borrow from the library.
The
And I
library.
had to slap myself because I was like, why do I like when I was young, I always had a library card. It was
Yeah.
like having a driver's license. And I was like, Mom, my library card about to expire. I need to renew that joint. And I would rarely use it because no one ever took me to the library.
We went as a
But
class. We went to
yeah,
class in elementary school to go to the local library as well as our school library. And I
hmm
know every day in middle school, there was a library right up the street. I would just walk there
hmm
after school and just hang out there and read or
hmm
whatever. So, yeah.
hmm Yeah. And so, I think people kind of sleep, especially the black people that I know of that grew up where I grew up, like we sleep on the library card because it gives you access to a lot of shit. Especially nowadays with all the streaming and like everything being on the internet. Like you ain't got to go into the library.
Yeah.
Like during this episode, I just signed up for a library card.
Hmm. And there's a lot of things that a library card gives you access to: comic books,
Hmm
manga, video
hmm
games, movies,
hmm
TV.
hmm hmm
It gives you access to all this geek stuff. Plus,
Music, books, magazines.
yeah. And plus you can stream a lot. Like I watched this horror movie and it was a found footage movie that I've been looking everywhere for
Hmm
free with my library card last year.
with your library card.
Yeah. So yeah, I just want to have that conversation with you, DeMarcus, and just uh just to put that in your mind, but we're gonna be able to talk more in depth on this topic in a couple of weeks when we have our special surprise guest. So excited.
Let me see. Let me check the calendar.
So excited. But yeah, you check the calendar and then we will come right back with more on
Ah,
Black Geek Energy.
okay, okay, okay.
Yeah. All right, DeMarcus, and we are back. I have a question from you from Lauren in Atlanta. You may have heard of her, but not that one.
Hmm. Hmm?
All right, now she
Which
said
Lauren then?
she didn't give a last name. She's white.
Hmm.
So she
Hmm.
says,
Hey,
with
Lauren White. That's what you said. Her last name is White.
no, I said she doesn't have a last name, comma, she's white.
Oh, got it. All right. What's Lauren's question?
Lauren asks, If you and 10 of your friends could become one of these, um, one of these little, what are you doing? Are you afraid of
But
dark? One of these anime uh things, which one would you be? And
one of these anime things. Which
yes,
anime thing?
I'm gonna tell you. And in 10 weeks, your opposition comes. So, which one would you be? A Saiyan? Would
Mm-hmm.
y'all eat a devil fruit like on One Piece?
Mm.
Or would all your friends, 10 friends, inherit a tail beast?
Hmm. That's a good question, Lauren. So the choices are devil fruit,
Mm-hmm.
Saiyan,
Mm-hmm.
or uh inherit a tailed beast.
From Naruto.
Mm-hmm. 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 Um, Lauren, I think I would have to go with becoming a Saiyan.
Really?
And until we show opposition shows up, yeah. Because and I'll give you a bunch of reasons why. Those other two, they have
Mm-hmm.
huge drawbacks. I'm a water person. I love the beach. I love this. I've just learned how to surf. I want to like learn to do. I want to do continue to do water sports in my lifetime. So being a stone
Wait a
in
minute.
water,
Wait a minute. We're not that type of podcast. So
what?
you said you want to do water sports.
Yeah,
We're
like
not.
like jet skiing, parasailing.
Oh, I thought you meant like peeing on you and stuff like
You
that.
know I did it, and you're
Well, that's
disgusting.
what water sports means. So,
No, it's not. Water sports means like things that are on ESPN for sports on the water.
well, first of all, I don't watch sports. So all I know is the water sports where people pee on you. So,
Expand your horizons. Your horizons
well,
have been expanded. Anyway,
well, okay.
um, yeah, man, I want to continue to do that stuff in my life. So being a stone in water ain't gonna work for me. A tailed beast, like another voice inside of me, like telling me it's gonna kill me and all this kind of shit.
Not all the tail beasts were like that, just Naruto's.
No,
Like
because
all the other tail beasts love their host.
no. Because Gar's tail beast, the one tail beast, he was a fucking dick too.
Okay,
Um,
well, the octopus and then we're close friends. All the other ones
but
love their hosts.
they
They was
they all
friends.
had to they all the way I understood is they all had to grow a relationship with these other entities that lived inside of them.
Yeah, yeah.
At the same time, they became like targeted by all these other ninja organizations in the other villages by like we want to take that shit from him. So
Mm-hmm.
I don't want that life.
Mm-hmm.
I like peace. And so being a Saiyan sounds like the best one because Saiyans are hard to kill. So and even if you get your ass beat as a Saiyan, you know what I'm saying, you take a few days, rest up, you come back even stronger.
Hard to kill. You can still die.
You can still die. Hard to kill, not immortal, not
But
invincible.
okay. Think of your friends now.
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Who are the 10? I don't even need the whole 10. Just who are some of
Who
the
are the 10?
10?
Who are some of the 10? That's gonna become Saiyans.
Yes. They get this power now, today. With
Mm-hmm.
their
And in
personality doesn't change.
and in 10 weeks,
The
uh
opposition comes.
opposition comes. And what's
Yes.
our opposition?
It
Clarify on
would
that.
be
Like Frieza?
yeah, it would be Frieza and
Okay,
and
bet.
his and his uh crew.
Okay, bet. So I think first off,
Y'all
I'll pick.
can't beat Frieza in 10 weeks.
Oh, yes, the fuck we can.
Who
Yes, the fuck we can. So I mean,
Goku
me.
couldn't beat Frieza in 10 weeks. So didn't Frieza kill Goku? Yeah, Frieza killed Goku, didn't he?
No, Frieza didn't kill Goku.
Was it Majin Buu?
Frieza killed Krillin, and then Goku whooped that ass.
Okay.
I don't think Majin Buu killed Goku
Well,
either. I think
well,
Cell was the only one that like killed Goku.
Frieza's not dead. But okay, let me go back to my original question. Who are the friends?
Who are the friends? Okay, so it'd be me, my older brother Jock, my older cousin Ant, um, probably my friend Keyless, and I'm picking my friends who are like fighters.
You're not a fighter though.
I mean, you've never seen me fight. That's different from
DeMarcus,
not.
you told me you've never been in a fight because I just asked you this a few weeks ago. You told me this. Let me get my text messages out to see when you said that you were not a fighter because you can't fight. These people have that experience. Okay, these people have the Krillin, the who Frieza experience. Y'all don't. Y'all just became Saiyans by magic. So you can keep going with your stuff. I'm about to find this, man, where
You
I
done?
asked you, can you
You done?
fight?
That's it. That's all I'm gonna name for now. I'm done.
Also, I'm not gonna be one of them.
Jerry, you definitely ain't no fucking fighter.
You're not either. I've been in more fights than you have.
Have you, Jared?
Yes.
So you can take a whooping. All right. I don't think
I
that's what
can
we
take
need.
it and I can dish it. DeMarcus, I've been in fights before. You haven't. I have actually been in a fight.
Find
So,
this. Find this
so
text message thing that you say I told you. Find the receipts.
hold on, let me fight. Fight. I'll fight you. Can you fight? Friday the 3rd. Can you fight? I could definitely defend myself, but I haven't been in scrap in like 20 years. So I haven't been in a
So is
fight
that so is that never been in a fight
well,
or
I
is that
haven't been in a fight in 20 years either, and he had to go to the
okay?
hospital. So
Okay. Okay,
so
Jared. So
so
what
we
you
have
said
the
is a lie.
same amount of fighting
So what you said was
experience.
a lie. So what you originally said was a lie.
DeMarcus, we have the same amount of fighting experience, but I have more because he went to the hospital. So
Hmm.
so you're not gonna pick me at all. And you didn't pick anybody from Hampton. Wow. So
Um,
so none of us are,
you said name some, and I named some, not the whole 10. So
I mean, I'm just confused as to why we're not picked. But you think that y'all can get enough experience to fight off a full-fledged Frieza.
Frieza in Frieza that we saw in in like the Dragon Ball Z universe, yeah. Because
That's not the full-fledged Frieza. But okay. That Frieza. That iteration of the first Frieza.
yeah,
Y'all
the first
think that y'all can get enough. You think that as a Saiyan, you could become a Super Saiyan?
in 10 weeks, could I become a Super Saiyan in 10 weeks? I don't know. I do not know.
Because
I
Goku couldn't.
how long did it take him to fly from Earth to Namek? Because I think it was like a week.
But he still had to train.
He trained the whole way there.
Let me
And
see.
then he just needed a trigger to become Super Saiyan, which was his friend dying. So he was already at that level. He just needed the catalyst.
Let's see. How long did it take for Goku to become Super Saiyan? It don't say, child. Okay,
Ask
it's
about
just
the Earth Dynamic
it
flight.
took 4 years, according to this Reddit thread. 4 years.
So you just gonna listen to somebody else's opinion.
Well, we don't have an opinion. We're doing research on the fly. So, and you said how much, so I'm giving you an answer. So, according to this Reddit thread I'm on, how long did it take him to achieve his different transformations? 4 years.
It took Goku 6 days to go from Earth to Namek. And that's what I consider his Super Saiyan training. Because before that, he didn't even know what a Super Saiyan was.
Okay.
We find out about what Super Saiyan is during that little Namek saga where we're going to fight Frieza, and Vegeta's like, yo, I think Goku is a fucking Super Saiyan.
Okay. So you think that you can be,
So if he can do it in 6 days, I could probably do it in 10
but
weeks.
remember, that's not all the training that he had. He had been training his entire life since he was
You're
little.
right. You're right.
You have 10 weeks.
And I think I think that the main difference, to answer your original question, the reason like why me and my 10 Saiyan friends will be able to take on Frieza,
Mhm.
uh, that first form is because we ain't finna do that 101 shit they was doing in Dragon Ball Z. Jumping that ass, and we finna shoot him. So,
So okay, even if you had like the
well, the guns probably won't
Kamehameha,
work. We jumping that ass. We not
so
ain't no 101.
so if you have the Kamehameha, even if you can fly, y'all think that y'all could be coordinated enough in a fight to defeat
That's what the
Frieza?
10. That's part of the 10 weeks.
All right.
And
Uh,
if I can learn, if in 10 weeks I learned fucking 10 different field shows, probably 11. I can learn. We can learn to coordinate some fights.
field shows aren't fighting.
Field
Fighting,
shows of coordination.
fighting. No, no, no. How long did it take you to read music? To learn how to read music?
Oh, it took me like a week to learn how to read music.
Okay.
Yeah.
So okay.
Okay. Who, Jared? What's your answer?
I would pick the tail beast.
Hmm.
I'll pick the tail beast because voices in my head, I'm not worried about that.
Mhm.
Saiyans, even if I could stop a force, I think
Mhm.
that the power that a Saiyan has would destroy the world. They have world
Mhm.
destroying power,
Mhm.
them and their opposition.
Mhm.
Um, so I would say the tail beast because even if I'm hurt, and I'm thinking that the Akase would be the opposition for the tail beast
You
in the
thinking of
big,
who? The Akatsuki. Yeah.
yeah, the Akase. In the beginning, the tail beast protected Naruto and it took him over. So
Mhm.
I probably wouldn't have to do anything.
That still, but that still would hurt him. And then sometimes Karama wouldn't do it.
Well, he would have to if he wanted to survive because I mean I would train. I would train, but what can I learn in 10 weeks? I'm not because I'm thinking that in order to master this, it took Naruto years.
It did
And
take
like,
Naruto.
yeah, it took Naruto years. So
Mhm.
I'm thinking if I want to even be on an Olympic level of fighting, I can't do that in 10 weeks. Like I don't even
Mhm.
know what food to eat. So
It's much more, but see, I think it's much more to fighting than like learning technique. And
true.
I
It's
you hear
endurance, it's strength, it's agility, it's flexibility. I don't got none of
right.
that. I'll be
And
laying
a
down
lot of
all
and
day.
I think I think that like you hear a lot of times like these folks who like are like these master martial artists, they're like, oh yeah, like is like while if I'm fighting somebody who's also using technique in martial arts, I can go up against them. But if I'm just fighting like a bigger dude in a street fight, it might not go the way I think. It's going to be a very different experience.
Yeah.
So,
All right. Do you want to do another question?
are we doing a 6 round tricks question or
Yeah,
what?
6 round chicks.
Okay. Yeah, we got time.
Okay. So 6 brown chicks every week. I go to 6 brown chicks, our friends who they don't know us, but we friends. And I ask the Marcus to answer one of their questions that they pose on their Twitter feed. So I ask them 4 questions. I read the first sentence and I see which one DeMarcus wants. So DeMarcus, here we go. Ralphie and
Mm-hmm.
I have been hooking up for years. Number
Mm-hmm.
2, my younger sneaky link, I'm 53, she's 36, and I enjoy watching and recreating porn. Number
Hmm.
3, my 19-year-old daughter quit school and is traveling with her all-female R&B jazz band, and everything in my soul is trying to prevent her from becoming an industry whore like I used to be. And number 4, Gloria Jackson is the one.
Gloria Jackson?
Mhm.
That's the whole thing. Gloria Jackson is the
That's
one.
the first sentence.
And what was the first one again?
The first one was Ralphie and I have been hooking up for years.
Okay, let's do that one.
Okay. So, 6 round chicks. Ralphie and I have been hooking up for years. He's my soulmate. Although our timing is off, he's married and I'm waiting on the day they divorce. I
Mm,
hid in the dirty clothes hamper one time when his wife came home just to protect him. I had to
mm.
listen to her give him top, and she has an emoji of a tongue, and she forced herself on him. Strange, but I was comforted hearing that he didn't really want to have sex with her. I listened to him when a third woman entered the room. The third woman was another side chick who pulled a gun on Ralphie. When he said, "Baby, don't shoot me," I escaped from the hamper and ran out. The gun woman was surprised to see me, and Ralphie took her weapon and called the police. His wife divorced him after that. Ralphie
Perfect.
says he's too traumatized to be in a relationship with me, but he's
Sounds real.
living with a fourth female. He's mine. I saved his life. How to make him commit to me?
All right. So just to recap this, uh,
Haven't read that in a while.
just to recap this. So
Mhm.
so Ralphie and let's call her Shayla.
Okay.
Ralphie and Shayla have been hooking up for years,
Yeah.
and she was waiting on Ralphie to divorce his wife so that they could be together.
Yeah.
Um, you know, in one of their encounters, her and Ralphie, uh, one of their encounters, the wife comes home, she hides in the dirty clothes. She listens to Ralphie and the wife start to get busy, but she says Ralphie's not into the wife. He's he's like, I don't want to do this, but the wife like forces it.
True.
Mm. Hard to, you know, not that hard to believe because, women definitely be like pressuring men for sex too. Um, a third woman comes in and is like waving a gun around. She jumps out the clothes and runs, and that gives Ralphie an opportunity to like take the gun away, call the police, etc. Ralphie's now like, yo, I'm traumatized and I'm living with this fourth woman uh because I don't want to. Yeah, but I'm now living with this fourth woman. I and her question is, how can she get Ralphie to commit to her?
Yes.
There's nothing you can do, and I'm gonna say this is gonna be my answer for every woman in any situation with any man, whether he's messing around, whether y'all are exclusive or what. You cannot, there's nothing you can do to make a man commit to you. He has to want to do that in and of himself to begin with. And if he doesn't want to do it, it'll never happen. He'll keep showing up. He'll hang around. He'll stay around, but he won't commit to you unless he wants to commit to you. Period. Um, and then the part where she's like, "I saved his life." No, you didn't. You ran to save your own life, and he got an opportunity to save his own as well. So don't do that. Don't try to make it more than what it is.
Yeah. How can how to make him commit to me? You need to commit to yourself. Cause
Yeah. I mean, because ain't
all
nothing wrong. Ain't
like
nothing wrong. I mean, my bad. Go ahead.
cause you've had a gun aimed at you and
She
you're still worried.
never said the gun woman pointed the gun at her. She said she pointed at
Well,
Ralph.
she was in the room with a gun
She
and a
wasn't.
violent woman who was shooting it or
She never.
pointing it
She never
at
said the
people.
woman pulled the trigger.
All right, okay. The woman was pointing the gun at people, and
Ralph.
you need to be with somebody who does not have women pointing guns in the room.
Mm-hmm.
You
Mm-hmm.
need to commit to yourself. I'm
Mm-hmm.
tired of women being like, why won't he commit to me, child? He don't want to commit to you. He don't want
Mm-hmm.
to. He got married to somebody else. That woman divorced him. He still didn't come to you. And he's with another woman now. He don't like you that much. He likes what you can do for him.
Yeah,
on the
you the fun
weekends.
girl. And there's nothing wrong with
Exactly.
being a fun girl as long as you understand that you are the fun girl.
And she don't. And she don't. She's just being dumb. So you need to stop being dumb, commit to yourself, and leave this person alone.
Mm,
Mm.
mm, mm.
Anyways, now that was our episode of
That was an
Black.
easy one. I like
Huh?
that. I said that was an easy one. I like that.
Yeah. Oh, yeah. This is our episode of Black Geek Energy. You can email all your questions to blackgeekenergy@gmail.com. You can follow us on our Instagram, Black Geek Energy, our Facebook, Black Geek Energy, Blue Sky, Black Geek Energy, TikTok, Black Geek Energy, YouTube, Black Geek Energy, Twitch, Black Geek Energy, Threads, Black Geek Energy, Twitter, BGE_pod, and the Marcus. We have a Patreon now. Did you
We have
see?
a
I posted a little clip
on the Patreon.
on of our Patreon on the socials of you and me talking about Lil Wayne.
I did see that. Yeah.
Do you remember that conversation? That was funny.
Vaguely.
Vaguely. I'm like, okay,
I mean,
so
I just remember being like, Lil Wayne is like the most influential rapper of our generation,
okay.
and you
Just
were like,
and
oh,
just when you said that, my anger reached astronomical levels
you can be
because
angry, but it doesn't change the truth.
he's not even the best rapper of the South. Let's start there. He's not even the most influential rapper because he doesn't even have his own songs.
Save it for the Patreon.
Okay. Well, um, yeah.
Don't give it all away. Don't give it all away here. Folks are not going to go to the Patreon.
Yeah, and it's just $3. So
10 cents a day.
yeah. And so you can do that.
Y'all can
Anyways,
if we get to uh 5 Patreon subscribers, that will help us pay for our Zoom subscription every month where we can continue to bring you all this wonderful podcast.
well, it's more like 10 because
Yeah.
they take tax and
Mm.
then they get their share. So we're not getting as much as you think we are. So it's more like
Damn.
10.
You're not getting the whole $3. You're right about that.
Oh no, we
Damn.
we were never getting the whole $3.
So we
But go
need 10
ahead and subscribe because we need the money to pay for all this great, great stuff.
subscribers.
And
And as y'all can
yeah,
see, the production value is going up, man. Y'all saw what we did. Y'all saw we brought y'all like the full live episode. We're starting some video now. I just bought this fucking ring light, you know,
can
and
you
I'm gonna
take it
figure out how
back?
to use that a little bit better. But yeah, huh?
Can you like get a can you still do, do you still have the box for it?
Hmm.
Yeah, you may need to return it.
Hmm. What's wrong with it?
Well, first of all, it's not bright. Like you still look dark.
Because you told me to put it on the warmest setting. I can
No, the warm setting is great, but
like this. I
when
don't like that. That makes me look like
you look like a
orange.
black man.
Like I like this. I
Okay,
like
but then sit back again. Regardless of the setting you use, sit back again. Now you look dark. Like I can barely see you.
it. It barely changed,
You
and
look
then
dark over
I think I can
here.
still like turn it up. Yeah.
You sit back. Yeah, you still look dark. Um, uh, we just need to recalibrate those efforts. And yeah, any final thoughts, Marcus?
Um, I think the what I want y'all to go home with from this episode is use your fucking library card, man. Go to the library, get a library card, because like the fact that there's like very little free children's programming out right now is a travesty. Like and kids are learning from like TikTok and Instagram, and that's why kids seem so like weirdly adult at this point. And this has been an issue for a while, in my opinion, that like you see these 16-year-olds dressing like they're what, 30? And it's because they only have exposure to 30-year-old shit. So, get your kids library cards, get on Hoopla, Overdrive, Canopy, get that free children's program for your children so that they can be influenced by childlike things while they're children. Let them enjoy their childhood.
Yeah.
That's my final thought.
Stop giving them these great haircuts. Just cut it all off. Like we had to be. They like who are they trying to impress? Nobody.
Get that man
But
an even Steven. Don't give him no temp fade.
yeah, just cut it all off.
Mhm.
But yeah, thank you for listening to this episode of Black Geek Energy, and we'll see you next time.